We all have a story to tell. Let's tell yours. Welcome to the Intellectual People Podcast with your host, Jason. Come together and listen to journey stories and more from interesting people. Welcome your host, Jason.
Welcome to the Intellectual People Podcast. Today I have JT and Ed. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Very well. What is the connection with ZOA Energy and JT and Ed, please?
Ed, if you don't mind, I'll start this one. Connection is me and this gentleman that I'm blessed to look like just started to try to do something good with the TikTok platform that we were given. And in that, ZOA reached out in hopes of starting a kindness movement, and they reached out to Ed and I. So we, after a couple of conversations, realized that this is really cool what they're wanting to do. Love Dwayne Johnson's message, love what ZOA Energy stands for. It was something that Ed and I could definitely get behind, and so we're fast forward a couple of months, here we are.
Great. And if you guys don't mind sharing, how many followers do you have on TikTok, each of you?
1.6 million on TikTok for me.
And I'm at just over 750,000 on TikTok.
Incredible. Let's get into how it became this. So let's go back, if you don't mind, and each of you tell us kind of, did you always aspire to be a social media giant?
Ed, go ahead.
Well, I've never been called a giant before in any aspect of anything, but I never expected to be here on this podcast. I never expected to be on TikTok. I never expected to download the app or it to have an impact on me like it has. And I'm just thankful to be here. I've said it a lot, and hopefully we'll always say it. I'm just a regular guy and just want to make some people have a better day. As my buddy JT says, make a few people smile, and we're blessed and have the opportunity to make a whole lot of people smile, hopefully. So really just grateful to be here, grateful for the app, grateful for ZOA Energy, all the opportunities that are coming, and everything that's happened, and our amazing group of followers and friends, and it's just been incredible.
Great. Let's go back early. So do you guys have day jobs, or is this your full-time day job?
This is my full-time day job. I was a assistant golf professional here at a golf course near my house, and once things started picking up momentum, it's kind of a crazy situation when you come home and have to sit down with the wife and say, we got to make a decision here. It's a crazy one, but we decided to pursue this full-time, and it's been a lot. It's not a walk in the park, that's for sure.
Is it better than golfing?
Oh, that's a good one. Yes, it's absolutely better than anything I've ever done. It's strenuous, it's time consuming, it comes with its own things, but when you get the opportunity to, as Ed mentioned, make a lot of people smile and try to leave this world a little bit better of a place than we found it, it's extremely rewarding. And it's kind of, you're that old saying, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's kind of where we're at.
Okay. And yourself, Ed?
Yeah, it's interesting to call it a job. And I understand the question, and I get, I kind of got here because of owning a cleaning company and some things I went through because of shutdown and what happened with COVID and everything. So I still do own that cleaning company. But I do like to consider this the full-time job. It's where I spend most of my time. It's what I spend most of my time doing. And if to put it simply, if my full-time job can be uh, uh, doing kind things for other people, whatever way it is, I'd say that is 100% my full-time job, and that's what I consider internally as my job, is to hopefully make some other people smile. So,
how do you guys know each other?
oh,
Ed,
that's a
this
great
one's all
question. So, pardon me. I downloaded the app. I didn't want to download TikTok at all. Everything shut down because of COVID. I was in a really bad place. I had my business was growing. I lost everything, almost everything, when the beaches were closed where I live, and I was just in a really bad place. So couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't do anything about it either, which was really difficult. So somebody had sent me a TikTok video, I guess, and I was like, okay, I'll download this thing. So I downloaded the app, saw some videos, and I was like, you know what, I think I could do that, and started posting. Now we're here, but as I was posting, I kept getting tagged in this guy named JT's videos. Oh my gosh, you got to do something with JT. Oh my gosh, you look so much like JT. And honestly, we don't talk about this a whole lot, but I'd go watch his content and I'd see it and I'm like, I don't want anything, like, I don't want to be anywhere near any of this. I'm not, first of all, I can't dance. Second of all, I'm not like here to make people smile. I'm here to make myself smile. I'm not here to do kind things for other people. I'm miserable right now. And I just want, to post funny videos, I guess, now, and get views and get attention. I mean, it really, at the beginning. And people just kept on and kept on and kept on. And I was like, I don't even look like the guy. Well, at some point, I was live and JT had posted a video and said, along these lines, I think I just found my long lost brother and he's live right now. And I was overwhelmed with the amount of people. I don't know how many people, I think it was thousands though, came into the live, just showed me love. I completely lost it because I was just sitting in my office like I am now, and just all this love and support. And it was really, really cool and powerful and exciting. And it made me forget some of like everything that I was going through. I mean, really. And, after that, it's interesting too, because after that, I see videos, I'm like, that he kind of does look like me, and then we did some videos together and we connected, and I'm sure some people look and they're like, oh, they're just doing this for this or that or whatever. But to meet somebody who you could do content with and you understand each other's content, but to also understand we are very, very similar uh, in how we are. We are a lot alike. We have our differences too, but I'm just so glad I opened up to him and kindness, and I mean, really, it's crazy, and I think we'll be connected forever, hopefully, as long as he'll have me. So
Very cool. Do you guys live in the same state?
No, I'm in Utah. He's in Alabama.
Okay, so nearly across the country.
Yeah, it's a crazy world that we live in that this came to be. It's kind of hard not to see it as fate in some way, shape, or form. It's crazy.
Do you guys see each other in person often?
I see him more than any of the friends that I have here in my own home state.
Incredible.
We met each other. We came in contact with one another July of 2020, and we've been in person more than half a dozen times.
yep.
I mean, it's been we've spent a lot of time together in person.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about ZOA Energy. What is ZOA Energy?
Well, it's the number one energy drink on the market, so there's that. It's also a big reason why we're here, which is exciting. It's a healthy energy drink, and I think the coolest thing too, and that's all great and everything. And by the way, I'm sipping one right now. Sip your zone. Let's go. Um, the amazing thing is the energy behind the drink is great too. And working with ZOA Energy has been fantastic. Obviously, one of the co-founders is Dwayne Johnson, and it's been an amazing team to work with. So thankful for them, and it's we're about healthy, positive energy. JT and I are, and it's nice to be working with such an amazing brand that is about healthy, positive energy too.
And I think to add on to that too, I think I can speak for Ed to say it was refreshing when they approached us. They weren't interested in. They wanted to portray something different as far as what a lot of other companies' images can be. They wanted to be they want to be the energy drink for the hardworking single parent, the adult that needs a little bit more energy to get through the day. So it was kind of nice to know that it wasn't all flashing lights, and they kind of had a different approach behind themselves, and it was nice.
It's an interesting message. Do you think that their message is drastically different from most large companies or energy drinks for that matter?
Yes. You don't hear a whole lot in the energy drink world, positive, healthy energy, from the context of all of that and what it entails. So yeah, I definitely think that they took a largely different approach than some others.
Okay, so can you talk about the cause of what ZOA really stands behind and has the two of you do to help them get that message across?
Yeah, certainly. Dwayne Johnson's very big in the warrior within. He's all about kindness, and I'm trying to recall his quote, Ed, on the post. It was something along the lines of, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And that it's kind of, I 100% agree. And so they wanted to just show the world that kindness can make a difference. We live in a world that doesn't portray itself as extremely kind right now. Unfortunately, as my buddy Ed says, if it bleeds, it leads. And that's the world that we live in. It causes us in our day-to-day lives to become callous to the good things that can be going on in the world around us. So we become walls up, stay in our lane. We've lost a lot of those just small acts of kindness that go a long way into having a ripple effect. You never know that power of just looking someone in the eyes as you're walking past on the sidewalk and smiling. That effect could carry something far greater than we could ever imagine, just because you don't know what someone else is going through. And so this platform that Ed and I are on that is all about just spreading love, positivity, kindness. And then here's this company that wants to push that message and give us an even bigger stage to do it on. It fit perfectly. And with Dwayne's message of that warrior starting within, we came to this light bulb of kindness starts with us. It starts with us being kind to ourselves. It moves from there into us being kind to others. And that's what the #KindnessCan movement is all about. It's just showing that kindness looks extremely different for just about everybody. And it starts with holding a door open or smiling or saying something nice about yourself, and all the way to, maybe paying it forward and buying someone a cup of coffee that's in line behind you, or paying for some groceries.
So you encourage people to use the hashtag kindness can on anything positive that they do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's the last I checked, Ed, it was over 10 million, right?
We just hit 11 this morning.
11 million.
11 million hashtags.
11 million views on the hashtag on just TikTok alone. And we haven't even asked that question yet. We haven't even said for people to go out and make videos with that hashtag. And I believe that's why ZOA Energy came to us, is that we kind of prove that we lead by example. We can do some things and encourage others to get behind it. And it's pretty amazing when you think that these two guys on the screen here have been blessed with a community of people that are so supportive that they want to see the world look and feel a little kinder. And it was really cool to see everybody's interpretation of what kindness can meant.
Where do you think it can go? How far?
That's for Ed.
Where do you think it can't? And I think that's kind of, and I hate to be blunt. Actually, I love to be blunt, and and that's the power I've seen. I know what kindness has done for me. I know what I've seen kindness do for others over the past year and a half since I've downloaded the app. And it's not all about the app. I just know that it has changed my life, and opening myself up to kindness has really changed things for me. So I don't think, I think the hard part, kindness is not always easy to get others to accept. And that can be very difficult. But hell, I think we need to focus a lot more on it, or at least try to focus a lot more on it. You know, it's really interesting too. You know, I was thinking this while JT was talking and everything. It's like, I was reading an article a few weeks ago, about and I don't know where it came from or who exactly said it, but it said something along the lines. It's like a human being needs like 7 hugs a day. 7 hugs a day would really make, well, none of us have been able to hug very much the past few years. We haven't been able to see a lot of smiles the last few years. So finding a way to make somebody smile is something that we haven't seen a lot of. And so when you see it, it's like that really does make a bigger impact than maybe it ever has in any other time. So something just as simple as smiling can change somebody's life or save it, or save their own. I don't know exactly where we're headed, where we're going, but I know it's up. And I think kindness is, people eventually, and I get it, if it bleeds, it leads, as JT said, but after a few days, and it's like, okay, I need to turn the TV off. I'm sick of seeing the negative, or I need to get off this. It's like, okay, what am I doing in this hole? I need to go get some fresh air. And hopefully if we could be some version of fresh air, and kindness can be some version of that, that's what we want to do.
Perfect.
And it's interesting, as you're speaking, I'm listening and thinking, you mentioned a smile. And if there's one thing internationally known, is a smile, right? It's
Correct.
universal. No matter where you live, it's universal. A smile typically is a good feeling to the other person, as well as the person smiling, right?
Yeah.
It's infectious.
It is, for sure. And certainly pets also show their way of smiling as well, right? And that's why we typically look at a pet and get a great, warm, fuzzy feeling when that pet is smiling, right? In their own way.
For sure.
Is ZOA international? Are they sold internationally?
I think it's only in the US right now. I think only US right now. But after all of this is done, maybe it'll be everywhere. I don't know. I guess if we continue to keep pushing it, hopefully it's everywhere. I know people are asking where they could get it. I think there's 35,000 stores, or points of purchase inside the US. It's growing. It's not international yet, but it's going international, or the idea of it's going international, because we have followers all over the world that are seeing it. So they might not be able to buy it yet, but they hopefully know that ZOA can equal kindness, and that's why we're here. So,
What is your favorite flavor?
super berry.
Okay, JT.
Pineapple coconut.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That is your favorite. Is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson involved in Kindness Can?
Absolutely. And that's one of the most exciting. I've got to be honest with you, and I'm sorry, JT. That's one of the most exciting things, is seeing the interaction, seeing the involvement, seeing how passionate he is about not only the brand, not only about ZOA Energy, but about Kindness Can, about this movement, about what we're doing. It's been so amazing. He's a pretty busy guy. And it's been so amazing to see him take the time to interact with some of the content, even post some of the content and some of the random acts of kindness on his Instagram, because he believes in this so much, and in this movement so much. And what's cool about it too is not everything that he's posting is some commercial for ZOA Energy. It's commercial for or not even commercial for kindness. It's about the movement, and there might be these pieces of it in there, but it's really about again kindness and what kindness can do. So you might not ever see this, but truly appreciate his involvement, and it's a very powerful thing, and it's exciting. So,
do you guys have an official Kindness Can dance going on?
No. I've been waiting for Ed to choreograph one, but
oh gosh,
that's an inside joke. This wonderful gentleman, that's been one of our things, is I do enjoy to dance. It's been fun to learn certain things throughout TikTok, and bless his heart, he duets me and tries to do those dances. We all know he's holding back. He's playing the role like he can't dance, but we know that it's a act, and but no, we have not come up with a Kindness Can dance. That's kind of, now I feel like it's something that we're gonna have to do, Ed.
I'm picturing a Kindness Can dance with The Rock. The three of you guys. That's what I'm thinking. And then
DJ.
And then it goes viral, right? Look at these other dances that have gone viral on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Or even on television for the commercials. There's got to be a larger vision there for the dance.
For sure. Now you've got my wheel spinning, so we're gonna have to come
yeah,
up with something.
I'll start stretching now, and you guys just let me know when we're rolling. Gosh.
I guess at the end of the day, Ed, as long as you're having someone smile, that's all that matters.
Okay. See, I like that. See, JT, it doesn't matter that I'm not the bestest dancer in the entire world. I'm just here to make people smile. Not
That's right. Let JT dance. You can be his his fly boy.
I already I'm his backup dancer. Backup. I consider myself a backup artist. So we'll just go with that. So.
Yeah, you're Ed Dudes.
He's very talented. He is Ed Dudes.
That's it. How do you guys deal with the younger generations and Kindness Can? How do you deal with that? Because don't they take it differently than, say, ZOA's target of a single parent, right? And it's really critical that we pass that down to the younger generations. So how do you get to those kids?
And that's the great thing, is that ZOA Energy is not targeting kids. They recognize that that's not they don't want to go after kids. But the cool thing is with Kindness Can, Ed and I's hope and goal is to inspire the next generations that kindness is cool. Because right now, that's not cool to them. It's much cooler to be the guy that puts someone down, make fun of somebody, make everybody laugh. In a world of social media, you're one video away from 10 million people watching you have one of the worst moments of your life. And that's what is extremely important to Ed and myself, is setting a better example for everyone, regardless of age, but knowing that the long-term change definitely comes from showing the younger generations that being kind, being nice is so much cooler than the alternative, and it's lifelong. You might get a lot of followers for doing something silly right now, but there will come a day you realize that, man, I wish I would have maybe been a little nicer in those years.
Do you encourage the younger generations to try to make a career out of TikTok?
I wouldn't say we encourage that at all. Social media changes so rapidly and so much that in 5 years from now, who knows where any of these platforms will be. But we do encourage people to chase their dreams, to be who they are, and to be proud and love themselves, and that you're amazing, you're special, you're beautiful, you're enough, you're worth it, you are capable. We encourage all those things that would help someone in the frame of mind that would need to pursue whatever they want to do in their life.
Is there any kindness can apparel available? No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's
Not yet.
it's just a movement, and
Yeah.
it would be amazing if that movement continued to the point where something like that was born. But we were very set in our ways of just wanting it to be an organic movement.
Okay. And when you say organic movement, so what, please explain that further. What are you really specifically talking about there?
Not telling people what to do, but being an example and letting people interpret it that way, and uh, seeing what others take from it. The most beautiful things are born by not necessarily how they start, but how they finish. And uh, we have seen some really amazing things come out of people's interpretation of kindness can. And to me, that's when it is a movement, when people are inspired to do something for no reason at all. They're not getting anything. It's not like they're posting a video and they might get a chance to win a case of ZOA. There is no reward for them in that sense. The reward is in what it feels like when you do something kind, but we don't even lead with something like that. It's just, we want them to interpret it and run with it, and it be authentic and sincere. The last thing we want to do is have people go out and, take selfies with less fortunate people just so that, they look cool, like they're doing something kind. It's a decision, it's a lifestyle, it's just kind of that little way of life that we hope to inspire people to do.
It's a great message. For both of you, do you have anything else to share, or a question that I should have asked that I haven't asked that you would like to share?
Well, I can piggyback off of kind of what JT was saying too. We never know exactly what we're going to get out of a video. You never know how many views or how many followers or how many, and you can't control a lot of that. And it could be the best video of all time and never go anywhere, never do anything. But if that video or that piece of content affects somebody in a positive way, and makes somebody feel better about themselves or about another person, or inspires them to do something for themselves or for another person, that is what it's all about for me at this point. It wasn't, like I said earlier, it was about me. It wasn't about anybody else. But inspiring things, and inspiring this attitude when I wake up in the morning, or when you wake up in the morning, that it's like, I'm going to have a good day. Kindness can is powerful. I'm going to go do something nice for somebody else. And this is all leading up to World Kindness Day on November 13th. We are going to go live from JT's account on TikTok for Made of Millions, which is a grassroots mental health organization, charity. And we're going to raise them some money. There's a lot of people struggling right now. We all have mental health. Where we're at with our mental health is different and can change and all that. And we are going to do our amazing group of followers have shown up for charity before, and they will on November 13th. And it's just going to be beautiful. And we're going to be able to help other people. And again, it's like JT said, it's not, hey, if you donate this, you might get this, or if you donate that, you could have a chance to win. It's like, no, you just, if you want to, like, even you being there, you don't even have to be there and donate. Just be there and watch something beautiful happen. It's like just all people being in the same room with a common goal of kindness, with no necessary, not a reward. I've seen a definition of kindness before. It's like kindness is doing something nice for someone else without necessarily expecting some sort of recognition or something. Now, it's always interesting, it's like, because we post content on kindness, and there are benefits to that.
Sure.
But really, it's like, that's what makes me now. I love people. I've always loved people. I just never thought I'd have a platform to love people on. It was just the internet, it's like, oh, it's the internet. It's not even real. It's so real to me now, though. It's crazy.
Very cool. Well, for everybody watching, please check out ZOAEnergy.com. And then you can subscribe to JT, right? And then, of course, we got Ed. And together, it's important to mention, it all supports Kindness Can.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Good luck to both of you. Be kind, everybody.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
We all have a story to tell. Let's tell yours. Welcome to the Intellectual People Podcast with your host, Jason. Come together and listen to journey stories and more from interesting people. Welcome your host, Jason.